Yet cool Friday afternoon here at Swain County High School. We're going to be bringing you some live Lady Devil softball action on the day. Visiting are the Lady Bulldogs from Murphy in what proves to be a good conference showdown today. Just to give you a little background of what's going on in the season so far, Murphy comes into the game today with an 0-2 record. They've lost to Robbinsville and Hiawassee Dam. And your Lady Devils come into this season with 1 win, 3 losses. However, that can be contributed to 3 losses to Hiawassee Dam, Robbinsville, and Hayesville, which all 3 of those teams are undefeated in conference play right now. So really kind of a deceiving record so far for these Lady Devils. They hope to get off the schneid today against the Lady Bulldogs from Murphy. Just to set our starting lineup for today so far, leading off will be number 23, shortstop Grace Cabe. Batting second will be number 25, left fielder Aaron Jenkins. In a third spot, number 21, center fielder Briar Buchanan. Batting cleanup, number 15, pitching Kenzie Eagleman. Number 7, Alicia Green will be out in right field. Number 9, Gabby Jones will be over at third base. Number 11, Callum Brown will be doing the catching. Number 14, Alyssa Smith will be over at first base. And number 4, Ayanna West will be the designated player, and she'll be batting for Kendall Jones today, who'll be playing second base for the Lady Devils. So we're just about to get the action underway here. As we're excited to bring you live action here today, I am Jeff Marr, and Joe Holt will be on the camera. So we're going to do a good job and get you guys some good Lady Devil softball action here today. As we are having a little early start time today, there was threat of a lot of rain, so we're going to try to get this thing underway and get this in before the rain comes. So the umpires are here, the teams are set, the warm-ups are done, and we're ready to get the first pitch. Up for the Lady Bulldogs from Murphy will be right fielder number 6, Cassie Coker. As freshman Kenzie Eagleman will be doing the pitching to start the day today. She looks on from Callum Brown, gets the signs. Here comes the first pitch of the day. And it will be hit down between shortstop, and it will be out in the outfield for a base hit, as Swain does get the ball back into Kendall Jones. So number 6, Coker, does a good job with a leadoff single. So stepping to the plate now will be number 5, Reagan Ennis. So 1 pitch and 1 hit, so there is a runner on first base. If you're just joining in, we are just in the top half of the first inning. We are to the second batter. So Eagleman gets the sign, toes the rubber, brings the pitch. And it will be squared off to bump, but it will be a foul ball, so that will be strike 1. So Eagleman gets ahead in the count here. No balls, 1 strike. So we're ready for action again, as Enos will step back into the plate with an 0-1 count. So here comes the pitch from Eagleman. Swung on and hit hard over the shortstop back into the left field as Jenkins will give chase. She'll get the ball back into Cabe. So Murphy does a good job with 2 back-to-back singles, as they will have runners on first and second now. So the Murphy bats are alive here today. As stepping to the plate now in the third spot will be number 14, Mackenzie Seabolt. She is the catcher for the Lady Bulldogs. So there are no outs, runners on first and second. So Kenzie steps back in the circle, toes the rubber, gets the signs from Brown. Here comes the pitch. Change up, and it will be a little low for ball 1. As we'll try to do a good job keeping up with everything today, keeping the balls and strikes correct and the runs, and keep everybody in tune to what's going on. So 1 ball, no strikes to Seabolt. Swung on and hit hard in the same spot out in the left field. Jenkins gives chase, gets through her glove. 1 run's going to score. The Murphy Bulldog runner goes to third. She's going to come on home. Here comes the throw from Gabby Jones to Callan. She can't make it. That will be 2 runs. And Seabolt will go on over to third. So that will be a double. Seabolt will go on over to third on the air. But the Lady Bulldogs will get 2 runs across the plate. And still nobody out. So up to the plate now will be the pitcher for the Lady Bulldogs, number 24, J.C. Schwam. So 3 batters up. We've had 2 singles and a double. Not the start the Lady Devils wanted today so far. Here comes the pitch from Eagleman. Swung on. It's hit hard out in the center field between center and right. It will be in the gap as another run will score. And we do get the ball back into Grace. Hold her to a single. So Schwam will be on with a single. And that will be a 3-0 count so far for the Lady Bulldogs, as Coach Nelson will call time. Looks like we will have a courtesy runner for the pitcher, Schwam. We'll try to get the number there, as it's hard to see. Solid white numbers. Looks like possibly 13, Colbert. So at the plate now will be number 20, Kennedy Colbert Carr, playing center field. 12. Thanks, Joe. Irwin. So the Lady Bulldogs doing a lot of damage here in the top half of the first inning, as they already plated 3 runs. Here comes the pitch. It will be high and inside for ball 1 to Colbert Carr, as the Lady Bulldogs so far have 3 singles and a double and 3 runs. So looking to get the damage under control here by our Lady Devils. As we do have simultaneous action going on. If you hear something behind us occasionally, we do have the baseball game going. So great job by our staff getting both games broadcasted today. We are the live game here on the softball field. But if you want to see the baseball field or the baseball game, it will be broadcast Monday. So 2 balls, no strikes now to Colbert Carr. As Kenzie steps in the circle, she toes the rubber, gets the signs from Callan, and here comes the pitch. And it swung on a hit up behind the third baseman. It will be out behind the dugout. So that will go down as a strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike, as Irwin will retreat back to first base. So a good day for live action here at Swain County High School. It was a work day, so the kids weren't in school today. So bringing the guys in, something not used to their routine. But as we all know, you got to be able to fight through those things and still play ball. Here comes a pitch from Eagleman. It is a changeup, and it is called a ball. So I think we have 3 balls and 1 strike to Colbert Carr, as there still are no outs in a 3-0 contest. So Irwin on first base. Here comes the pitch from Kenzie. Swung on and hit hard right back to the pitcher. She throws to first. They get 1, and they've got the runner tied up. And she's able to retreat back to first base and make it. So that will be the first out of the inning on a 1-3, as the runner broke for second base. We threw to first, and really Irwin didn't know what was going on, and she kind of jogged back to first, and we weren't able to pick her off. But nevertheless, we do get the first out of the inning. So 1 down. At the plate now will be number 7, left fielder Haley Bowman. So here comes the pitch from Kenzie, and that is a strike. Strike 1. So good leadoff strike there to Bowman by Kenzie, as Kenzie is a freshman out on the mound today. She was just playing middle school ball last year, so a big spot for Kenzie in a big conference game. Swung on and hit down towards third base. Gabby Jones makes the play, throws the second to Jones, and it comes out of her glove. So the runner will be safe on second. So Bowman down to first base on a fielder's choice, and an error there at second by Jones, as that will give the Lady Bulldogs runners now on first and second with still only 1 out. At the plate now will be number 30, first baseman Sydney Addison. So here comes the first pitch to Addison, and it will be outside for ball number 1. So far three big hits, couple errors, and that's kind of been the damage so far that the Lady Bulldogs have done here in the top half of the first inning. It is a 3-0 game. Here comes the pitch, and it will be low. Good stop by Brown. So 2 balls, no strikes now to Addison, as the girls relay the calls where they want the defense to set and the play they want to try to make and the base they want to get to. So looking for that second and third out here. Eagleman gets the signs from Brown. Here comes the pitch, and that is a strike. So 2 balls, 1 strike. If I'm a little delayed, I'm sorry. The umpire makes the call, but he don't give the sign until way late. So we'll try to do a good job listening to see if he's saying strike or ball. So I'm pretty sure there's 2 balls and 1 strike to Addison. So here comes a pitch from Eagleman. It will be high and outside for ball number 3. So 3 balls and 1 strike, and this is kind of what Coach Burrell had referenced. One bad inning so far this year for our Lady Devil softball team is really kind of been the nemesis for us. A lot of close games, and just 1 inning totally destroys us, so hopefully this is not going to be this first one. Here comes the pitch, and it will be low and outside for ball number 4. So the bases will be loaded now. So we have courtesy runner Irwin at third, Bowman at second, and Addison at first. So the bases are loaded now for number 15, second baseman Lexi Allison. So Lexi steps in. Kinsey gets the signs. Here comes the first pitch. And it will be low and inside for ball one. So 1 ball, no strikes now to Allison. As the bases are loaded, 1 out, trying to get a out anywhere we can here. So here comes the pitch from Kinsey. Swung on and missed for strike 1. So good low pitch there by Kinsey, keeping the ball down in the strike zone, as she does make Allison chase that. So good job there. As we do have a big game beside us, like I told you, the baseball game with our guys in Murphy. We'll try to keep you apprised of what's going on over there as well. Here comes the pitch, and that is a strike for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Kinsey works herself way ahead in the count here. In a good spot with 1 ball, 2 strikes to Allison. Looking for that 3rd strike. Here comes the pitch. Change up. And it will be taken high for ball 2. As the sun tries to pop out here a little bit, that's a welcome thing here for us. It's a little bit chilly here under this shed. We'll take all the sunlight we can get. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Allison. The pitch from Eagleman. It will be high and inside on the fastball. So she works the count to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, so something has to give here. Base is full of Lady Bulldogs. And only 1 out. So this will be a big pitch here from Eagleman. Callan gives her the glove. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and miss, but it gets by the catcher. So nope, he says foul ball. So Allison must have got a little piece of that as she remains alive in the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So senior Gabby Jones comes to the circle, offers Kinsey a word of encouragement. And that's what seniors do. Good leadership shown there by Gabby. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And here comes the pitch from Kinsey. Swung on and fouled off by the 3rd baseline. So good job of Allison staying alive there, as she's worked Eagleman there to 7 pitches, 2 of those being fouls. So once again, if you're just tuning in, we are just in the top half of the 1st inning. We did get started a little early trying to beat some rain. Unfortunately, so far, Murphy's put across 3 runs. It is 3-0. So here comes the payoff pitch from Eagleman. Swung on and fouled off again. So nice job of Allison there getting a piece of the ball, staying alive, as that's 3 straight foul balls. But also a good job of Eagleman keeping the ball close to the plate, giving her something to make her chase. So once again, full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And here comes the pitch from Kinsey, and it will be high and inside. So that will be ball 4. So Allison will make her way down to first. Addison will go to second, Bowman to third, and the courtesy runner Irwin will come home to score Murphy's 4th run of the 1st inning. So a pretty pressured situation here for the freshman Eagleman to have to work through. Tough 1st inning here for her so far. Murphy doing a good job, though, putting the bat on the ball. They've been base hits. We've had a couple errors. So the base is still loaded and 1 out. Here comes the pitch. And that will be strike 1. Up to the bat now for the Lady Bulldogs, number 10, shortstop Tasha LaQuire. So she will step back in now. Down on the count, no balls, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch from Eagleman. Swung on and missed for strike 2. So a good high fastball there from Eagleman. So no balls, 2 strikes. And the base is full of Bulldogs. 1 out. And here comes the pitch. And that must have been a little high and outside for ball number 1. So LaQuire finds herself down 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kinsey way ahead in the count. Looking to fire one by her here. So she gets the signs from Brown. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and foul back behind the plate. So Murphy batter's doing a great job getting the bat on the ball today, as that's 2 consecutive hitters that have done a good job fouling balls off, staying alive in the count. As Allison was able to foul off several, work a walk out of it, get a run home. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now to LaQuire. Here comes the pitch from Kinsey. That swung on and hit hard to shortstop Grace Cabe, who comes up with it, fires home, and it will be in time to get the out. So nice job there by Grace Cabe. It was a hard hit ball to her. Fumbled just for a thought, was able to pick it up and get it home to get that all-important second out. So we'll take it. So up to the plate now will be the leadoff batter, number 6, Cassie Coker, as she started this inning off with a hard single and scored Murphy's first run of the game. So looking to get her out here and control the damage. So Coker will step back in for a second plate appearance of the first inning. Base is still loaded. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit to third base. Gabby Jones comes up with it, throws to Smith, and that will be the third out of the inning. So the Lady Devils come out of that inning with 4 runs put across, but hopefully we're coming back next to get our bats warmed up. So after a half inning of play, it is the Lady Bulldogs of Murphy 4, Swain 0. As welcome back, sports fans. We are back here in the bottom half of the first inning now as our Lady Devils will come up to try to get our bats going, as Murphy did put 4 runs across the plate. Leadoff batter for Swain is number 23, Grace Cabe. Grace hitting .333 on the year. She scored 6 runs, has a .412 on-base percentage, and 2 stolen bases. So here comes the first pitch, and that will be squared bunt. That will be strike 1, as Grace, just like about anything she does, tremendous athlete. She's kind of the catalyst that gets everything going. We really need to get her wheels on the bag here. So pitching for Murphy is number 24, Schwam, as she is ahead in the count now, 1 strike. As Grace up to bat, here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit down to the third baseman. She pulls up, throws to first, and that will be the first out of the inning. So Cabe will retire. That will be a 5-3 in the scorebook. So up now for Swain, number 25, left fielder Aaron Jenkins, as Aaron is batting .357 on the year. She scored 5 runs and has a .438 on base percentage. So Aaron is a senior. So looking to get this thing started for our Lady Devils. So here comes the pitch from Swam, and that will be taken outside for ball 1. As Aaron does stand there on the left-hand part of the plate, she does a good job of that running slap hit, as you see so many softball players do on that side of the plate. Here comes a pitch from Swam, and it swung on foul back for strike 1. So Erin is one of the 2 slap hitters on the team. She is solid with all the things that she's able to do using that technique. And not to mention that, a phenomenal kid. So 1 ball, 1 strike now to Jenkins. As here comes a pitch from Swain. It just swung on and hit right back to the pitcher. She makes the play, throws on to first, and that will be out number 2. So that will go down as a 1-3. So both hitters for Swain getting the bat on the ball. Unfortunately, it's just right to someone. Up to the plate now will be number 21, Briar Buchanan, center fielder. As Briar has a .538 average on the year with 8 RBIs and 1 home run. And she's been one of the hottest hitters here for the Lady Devils. And hope to keep that going here now as there are 2 outs in the bottom half of the first inning. So Briar calls time. She didn't like how long Swain was taking to get the first pitch going. And she takes a couple of practice swings. Gets the signs from Coach Burrow, steps back into the plate. Looks like we're ready to go. Swain toes the rubber. Here comes the first pitch to Buchanan. It will be high and outside for ball 1. So good eye there by Briar. As Swain looking to get that important first runner on base and see if we can't manufacture some 2-out magic here in the bottom of the first. So Briar steps back in, asks for time, gets ready. Swain brings the pitch. Swung on and hit hard down to the second baseman. She makes the play, throws to first, and that will be out. So Swain does put the bat on the ball, but unfortunately right to the Lady Bulldogs as we go down 1-2-3. So after 1 full inning of play, it will be Murphy 4, Swain 0. Welcome back, sports fans. We are here now in the top half of the second inning as both teams have come to the plate 1 time each. Murphy sent 10 players to the plate that first inning, scoring 4 runs. Swain got up the bottom half there, put 3 guys up, hit the ball, but unfortunately right to them. So we will get action underway here in a 4-0 contest. So Eagleman still doing the pitching for Swain. Up to bat now for Murphy will be number 5, third baseman Reagan Ennis, as she singled hard her first at bat out into left field. So Swain looking to get a 1-2-3 inning ourselves here. Here comes the first pitch from Eagleman. Swung on and fouled off down the third base line. So that will be a strike. So no balls, 1 strike now to Ennis. So the sun has decided to go away again. Clouds are over us. It has cooled off. But we're still going to bring you some good softball action. And another foul ball over towards the Swain dugout. So Ennis way out ahead of those change-ups that looks like Kenzie may be giving her. So no balls, 2 strikes now. So Eagleman way ahead in the count. Let's see what she decides to do here pitch-wise with Ennis. As Kenzie toes the rubber, here comes the pitch. Swung on and fouled off behind the plate. So nice job there of Ennis staying alive in the count. as Gabby comes in once again to offer some encouragement to Kenzie. So no balls, 2 strikes now to Enos. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Change up, swung on and hit hard to shortstop. Grace Cave comes up, throws over to first. And a low throw that Smith can't come up with. And she's able to go back and get to it. So a hard hit ball into the shortstop third base gap over there that Grace Cave was able to get, but just a little bit of a low throw. So Ennis will be safe over at first. So up to the plate now will be number 14, Seabolt, who doubled her last at time with 2 RBIs. So here comes the first pitch to Seabolt. Swung on, hit hard down towards the second baseman. Jones comes over, flips, and they will get the lead runner. So nice play there by Kendall Jones as she fielded the ball, flipped over to Grace at second to get that lead runner. So that will be the first out of the inning. As everybody looks up to the sky. Huge helicopter coming overhead. That's got to be a little bit of a distraction, but Eagleman's going to try to work through it. Here comes the first pitch. And that must have been inside for ball number 1. So Murphy does have a runner on first base by fielder's choice. As if you can probably hear that at home, this thing is loud. So 1 ball, no strikes now to the pitcher, Schwam. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit hard towards the shortstop. Grace Cave comes over, flips to second. Jones can't make the play. The runner's going to break for third. Jones throws to third to Gabby, and she will be safe. So there will be runners at the corners now. As the ball was hit, had an error there on the throw over to second, which allowed Seabolt to get to third. So runners at the corners. We'll have a courtesy runner again. Will be number 12, Irwin. So a couple of plays that we had the opportunity to make there on the defensive end and to get us a couple quick outs, just not able to make them so far today. So Cave come up to throw, looked like she was going to first and saw the lead runner was breaking to second, tried to flip to Jones, maybe in a little bit of an errant throw, but nonetheless allows the Lady Bulldogs to have runners on first and third. There are 1 out. So up to the plate now will be number 20, Kennedy Colbert Carr. As that first pitch is a strike, as the Murphy runner does break to second. No throw down, obviously, with a runner down at third. So runners on second and third now to Kennedy Colbert Carr. She grounded out to the pitcher last time, so she's 0 for 1 on the day. Here comes the pitch from Kinsey. Swung on and skied into the outfield. That's a deep shot, folks. It's going back towards the fence, and it will be out of here. So that will be a home run by number 20, Kennedy Colbert Carr, as that will be a 3-run shot to center field. And as I color in the runs here, sorry for the delay, Seabolt will score, Irwin will score, and Colbert Carr, who skied one out of here, will also score on the home run. So time has been called now by Coach Burrell, as that does run the score now to Murphy 7, our Lady Devils 0, as I think there's going to be a pitching change. I think Miss Taylor Day is going to come in. And, folks, while she warms up, we're going to take a quick break from your action. All right, guys, we are back now after a pitching change as Kenzie Eagleman was taken out off the mound today. And we'll try to reset the lineup. Looks like Kenzie has went to second base now for Kendall Jones. Everybody else pretty much intact. So in the pitch now will be number 22, senior Taylor Day. As Taylor's kind of been the workhorse for the Lady Devils the last couple of years. Taylor comes in today with a 1-2 record so far. Pretty high ERA. But looking to kind of right the ship today and get things rolling. So just kind of set things for you now. It is a 7-0 game, 1 out. We are just in the top half of the second inning. So first pitch from Day, and that is a steer down the middle for strike one to number 7, Haley Bowman. Bowman reached safely her first plate appearance with a fielder's choice. So Taylor looking to come in and shut this damage down. Here comes the second pitch from Taylor. Swung on a hit hard as Grace comes over, makes the play, flips to Smith, and that will be an out. So there's that routine play we've been looking for. So second out of the inning there will go down as a 6-3. So nice play there by Grace Cabe over to Alyssa Smith at first base. So stepping in now will be number 30, Sydney Addison, first baseman. She reached safely on a walk, her last plate appearance. So 2 down. Here comes the pitch from Day, and that is a strike one. So good job by Taylor coming in, getting that first pitch strike, getting ahead in the count to number 30, Addison. So here comes pitch number 2. Swung on and fouled off over towards the third base dugout. So again, Addison will be down. No balls, 2 strikes. Over on the baseball diamond, big game with Murphy. It is a 0-0 contest there. They're on the bottom half of the second inning. Here comes a pitch from Taylor. It will be a little high for ball 1. We'll try to give you that score along as we are the live game today. So thank you guys for tuning in to our broadcast as Joe and the guys do a good job bringing these broadcasts. We love to keep Swain High athletics out in the forefront. Here comes a pitch from Day. We'll be a little outside as we like to get our guys out and be seen and give you guys who are at home, may not have an opportunity to get out today, the opportunity to tune in here with the Maroon Devils Network and watch things live here today. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and fouled down that third base line. So that's kind of been the tune of the day so far for the Murphy hitters. They've done a great job hitting the softball. And when they're getting behind in the count, they're doing a good job protecting the plate, fouling a lot of balls off, and making the pitchers really work for what they're doing today. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now from Day to Addison. Here comes the pitch. Change up. A little bit low. So Addison does work the count now to 3 balls, 2 strikes. As Gabby comes over to Taylor, they have a little bit of a laugh together there, trying to keep things light. So let's see if that will pay off here. So here comes the payoff pitch. Swing and miss for strike 3. So whatever Gabby said to Taylor, it must have worked. So that will be the 3rd out of the inning. So good job by Taylor Day. Comes in and gets the next 2 batters down. So at the end of that inning, it will be Murphy 7, Swain 0. All right, welcome back, sports fans. We are now in the bottom half of the second inning as the Lady Devils will come up to try to get some runs going here and get back in this ball game. They're down 7-0. Stepping to the plate now will be number 15, Kenzie Eagleman, who got her first career start today on the mound, as she will take ball one. As Kenzie thus far this year has got a 400 average, 2 RBIs, 2 doubles. And Coach Burrell is quoted as saying when she puts the bat on the ball, normally she crushes it. So we need to get something going here. Freshman Kenzie Eagleman. So here comes a pitch from Swain. Swain on a hit down to third base. She makes the play, throws to first, high. But they do make the play, so that will be the first out of the inning, as that will be a 5-3. So that's the second good play there by the third baseman from the Lady Bulldogs. That's Ennis. As actually something happened. I'm not exactly sure what happened. Do you know, Joe? As Eagleman's going to get to come back again. The umpire's explaining to Murphy. Now my scorebook's messed up. So I guess Eagleman will step back in. I'm not sure what happened. No. Here comes the pitch. It will be high. So looks like we're going to have maybe 2 balls, and I don't know, folks. We're totally confused right now, just to be truthfully honest with you. 1 strike, maybe? Okay. So Eagleman will step back in now, as Schwalm will toe the rubber. Here comes a 2-1 pitch to Eagleman. Swung on and fouled off back behind the concession stand as it bombs off the building back there. I think everybody's okay. So that will be 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Eagleman. So we'll try at some point to find out what that call was. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but anyway, Eagleman gets another shot at it. So here comes the 2-2 pitch to Kenzie. Swung on and hit hard. There it is. It's going to be over the left fielder's head. It's got a shot. It's up against the fence as Eagleman rounds first. She's going to have a stand-up double at second. So that will be Kenzie's 3rd double of the year. So great job by the freshman there, as she's going to have a double now. So as I try to fix my scorebook here, so just like Coach said, when she puts the bat on the ball, she drives it somewhere. So nice job by Kenzie. Up to the plate now will be number 7 right fielder Alicia Green. Alicia has a 250 average on the year, 5 RBIs. And Alicia is a very smooth hitter through the zone, Coach Burrell comments. So looking to keep this thing going here. Very solid hitter, Alicia is. So there are no outs, as we do have Eagleman now on second. So here comes the pitch. Swung on, hit hard down towards the second baseman, gets through her glove. As Eagleman will stay third, the ball goes to home. So a nice job there by Alicia. I'm going to give her a hit. I'm not the official scorekeeper, but that was a hard hit ball, so I'm going to give it to her. Got through the second baseman's glove there in center field. So good job responding there by Eagleman and Green. So the Lady Devils do have runners on first and third now. Stepping to the plate will be number 9, senior Gabby Jones. Gabby hitting .286 on the year. Gabby has 2 RBIs. Gabby's off to a great start and has hits in all 4 games so far. So looking to keep that thing going here by Gabby. Here comes the first pitch. And that is a strike. So strike 1. Again, sorry for the delay. The umpire gives the call. Obviously, we can't hear him out here, and he takes a couple seconds and then gives the old fist. So we'll try to get it to you as quick as we can. So no balls, 1 strike now to Gabby. So as time is called, as there's going to be a balk called. So that will be a free run for Swain, as Eagleman will go ahead and go home. And we'll move Alicia Green on over to second base, and Gabby will get to go down to first from the free one. So there was a balk called there by the umpire over near the third base area. As time is going to be called. So the umpire is going to take just a minute and show Coach exactly what went on there with his pitcher, as Coach Nelson comes out to the circle, as the umpire is going to try to explain what Schwalm did. So it looks like Green is going to be over to second. Eagleman was going to be able to come home, so that will be the first run so far for our Lady Devils, as it is a 7-1 game now. Jones will retreat back to where she was there in the batter's box. So it looks like we're still going to have 2 balls, 1 strike now to Gabby Jones. As if you're just tuning in or not sure what's going on, it is a 7-1 contest, as Murphy really got the bats rolling there in that first inning and second inning. As they scored 4 in the first, they scored 3 in the second on a huge home run. Look back here by number 20, Kennedy Colbert Carr, as she skied one out into the center field fence over it. And we are in the bottom half of the second inning now, as our Lady Devils have woken up a little bit. As Eagleman's led off with a double, Alicia Green had a hard hit single, and Gabby Jones is up to the plate now. So we are in just a little bit of a break, as we'll try to keep things here. I assume any second they're going to break this meeting, as I think Swain is really unsure maybe of what she did, and Coach Nelson is also unsure of what she did. Just to kind of give you an update of what's going on over here on the baseball diamond, it looks like Murphy has put 2 runs across the plate here in the top of the third inning, as there are 2 outs. Darren Blankenship doing the pitching for Swain today, as Murphy's obviously a top contender to win the SMC in baseball this year. Solid team, and it is 2-0 over there. So, Joe, should we take a break here, you think, buddy? Guys, we're going to take a little bit of break as they're still meeting on the mound, and we'll come right back to you as soon as it's over. All right, guys, we are back now after that long meeting. This has been an absolute confusing inning, to say the least, as we all thought Kenzie Eagleman had grounded out earlier to third base. For whatever reason, she came back, was able to keep hitting, hit a double. We've just had a balk of some kind called, so we'll try to get all this sorted out at some point, or we may not be able to. But nonetheless, we have a runner on second base and 1 run across the plate. Gabby Jones still up to bat. And 2 balls, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch to Jones. It will be low and away for ball number 3, we suspect. So Jones looking to keep this inning alive here for the Lady Devils. So Swain will toe the rubber after a long explanation of whatever went on. So here comes the pitch. Swung on, hit hard right back to the pitcher. Looks the runner back to second. Bad throw to first, as Jones will be safe. And Green will break over to third. So what a turn of events there, as Jones hit it hard back to Swain. She fielded it, looked the runner back to second, just like your coach, and just had a terrible throw to first base. So we'll take it as Gabby's safe at first. So up to the plate now for Swain will be number 11 catcher Callum Brown. Callum batting just short of 200 on the year. Callum slumped a little bit early, but she's hit very well in practice this week, Coach says, and she hit well yesterday over at Hayesville. So Callum looking to keep a hot bat. So runners on the corners now for the Lady Devils as Callum squares up to bunt, shows a bunt, brings it back, swings and hits, and it will be fouled off down toward the third base dugout for strike 1. So Jones at first, Green at third. Eagleman's already come across to score. So again, Callum squares up, shows that kind of bunt, just to throw Schwalm off, brings the bat back. Skies one up and foul back behind the catcher, back behind home plate. So that will be strike 2 to Callum. So here comes the 0-2 pitch to Brown, as once again she squares. Schwalm still not on the rubber. Here comes the pitch, and it will be high and away for ball 1. So good eye there by Callum. as we do have 1 ball, 2 strikes, runners at the corners, bottom of the second inning, and a 7-1 ball game. So Swain taking her time. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, hit high out into center field. Center fielder gets under it, calls for it, makes the play, but Green's going to tag from third, and she will score. So that will be the second run of the inning for the Lady Devils, as Brown did a nice job of hitting there, as she skied one out into center field. So that is the first out of the inning. Stepping to the plate now will be number 14, first baseman Alyssa Smith. Alyssa hitting .333 on the year. She gets the start today because she did well against Murphy's pitcher last year. Her and Tori Treadway have been sharing some of the duties over at first base. So Alyssa looking to keep this inning going for the Lady Devils. Here comes the first pitch. Throw down to first, and she will get back safely, as that was a strike to Smith. It took till after the throw down to first base for the umpire to signal the strike. So, again, apologize for that. So Smith steps in now. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. And Gabby Jones over at first base. So here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit hard down towards the shortstop. She breaks over, bobbles, throws to second, and they will get the lead runner. So Jones will be out over at second, as Smith will reach safely on a fielder's choice at first. So that will be 2 outs. So stepping to the plate now for your Lady Devils will be number 4, Ayanna West. As Ayanna was doing the batting, she's the designated hitter there. She has an .800 average on the year with 3 runs scored. She's the hottest hitter for our Lady Devils right now. She's 4 for 5 on the season, and she's tore it up at practice this week. So, and she slaps the bunt, and it will be foul for strike 1. So Coach is having to try to find a way to get her in the order, and it's paid off, as yesterday at Hayesville, Ayanna was 3 for 3. She's the other slap hitter there with Aaron Jenkins, and she is very, very quick. If you watched Ayanna play basketball, just tremendous the growth she made there. So if she does that on the softball field, watch out. As here comes the throw to second, as that is number 14, Alyssa Smith, as she steals second base. So it kind of caught Murphy, I think, by surprise there on that break for second. So good job of aggressive base running. So 1 ball, 1 strike now to West, as the shortstop scoots way in for the Lady Bulldogs. Hey, Swain, man, she really takes her time out there on the mound in between pitches. So Ayanna steps back in. Swain finally toes the rubber. Here comes the pitch. Slap down towards the third baseline. Shortstop comes over, throws to first. And they do make the play on the speedy West. So good job there by the Murphy shortstop. That will be the 3rd out of the inning. But your Lady Devils do get 2 runs across the plate. So after 2 full innings of play, it is the Lady Bulldogs of Murphy 7, the Lady Devils of Swain 2. All right, guys, welcome back. After two full innings of play, it is Murphy 7, Swain 2. Taylor Day has come on to do the pitching now for the Lady Devils as she got her first two batters out there at the bottom half of the or top half of the second. As first pitch there to Allison will be a ball. Lexi Allison batting now for the Lady Bulldogs, second baseman. She reached safely her first plate appearance on a walk. So our bats did come alive somewhat there at the bottom of the second as Taylor looking to shut this action down. And that will be strike one. So 1 ball, 1 strike. So Allison steps back in. Here comes the pitch from Day. Swung and missed for strike 2. So good live fastball there by number 22, Taylor Day. So we still have Smith at first, Eagleman at second, Cave at shortstop, high and outside for ball 2, and Gabby Jones over at third base, Alicia Green out and right, Briar Buchanan in center, and Aaron Jenkins out and left. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Lexi Allison. Here comes the pitch. Swung and fouled off back toward the concession stand. So another Murphy batter doing a good job just protecting the plate, keeping themselves alive in the count. So the sun has went down and the temperature is dropping here at Swain County High School. It has gotten cold. Here comes the pitch. Swung and missed for strike 3. So good job there by Taylor Day for her second strikeout of the game. So most important, getting that first batter out finally. So good job there by Taylor. So up to bat now for the Lady Bulldogs will be number 10, Tasha LaQuire, as she reached safely her first plate appearance on a fielder's choice. So Taylor gets the signs from Callan. Here comes the pitch. Swung on a hit high into center field. It's going to be deep. It's going to be long, but Buchanan is there, and she will make the play. So nice job of Briar Buchanan getting back there on that ball, as that ball was hit deep almost to the warning track basically in center field, but she gets under it and makes the play. So out number 2. So up now for Murphy will be leadoff batter number 6, Cassie Coker, as Cassie is 1 for 2 on the day. She singled her first plate appearance and grounded out to the third baseman. So 2 outs now. Good job by Taylor Day. Looking to get that third one. First 1, 2, 3 inning of the day. Got to get it right here. Here comes the first pitch, and it will be fouled off and behind for strike number 1. So we are in the top of the third inning now, as Taylor Day has come in relief of freshman Kenzie Eagleman, who was making her first ever career start today. Big position for her to be in. Here comes the pitch, low and inside for ball number 1. And Taylor has come up so far and faced 4 batters, and the results so far have been 4 outs. So that's what you expect your senior leader pitcher, who's been on the hill many times for these Lady Devils, to do. So here comes the pitch. Swung on a hit. It will be out into left field, but it will be foul as it goes through the tarp tunnel out there and comes out the other end. Did you get that, Joe? I hope you guys were able to see that at home, as we've never seen that before, as Coker lines a foul shot over there. It goes in the tunnel and out the other end. So Jenkins retrieved it, gets it back in. Yeah, like miniature golf. That's it. So here comes the pitch from Day. It's fouled up high as Smith will go over and retreat, and she will make the play. So that will be a 1-2-3 inning for the Lady Devils. As good job by the defense and Taylor Day. So it will remain Murphy 7, Swain 2. All right, guys, we are back now in the bottom half of the third inning as our Lady Devils last inning mowed Murphy down 1-2-3. So we're back at the top of the lineup now with Grace Cabe. Grace 0 for 1 today. She grounded out to the third baseman, her first plate appearance. So looking to get her wheels on and getting this thing started on the year. So Grace leading the team with 6 runs. Anytime she gets on base, we're very aggressive with her. Use her God-given ability to run and hopefully get this thing started off. So that will be ball 1 as Grace squared the bunt. As J.C. Swain still doing the pitching for the Lady Bulldogs. So 1 ball, no strikes now to Grace. So here comes the pitch. And it will be high for ball 2. So Grace works herself way ahead in the count now. 2 balls, no strikes. So Cabe steps back into the box now. Here comes the pitch from Swain. Swung on and hit hard into the gap between center and left. That's going to be a gapper. Grace rounds first. She makes a move to second, and Coach Burrell's going to hold her there as Murphy works the ball back in. So good job of hitting there by Grace Cabe as she doubles. So the Lady Devils are scrapping to get back in this thing, as you couldn't ask for any better of a leadoff job there by your leadoff hitter. So good job by Grace, as she will be on second. So up to bat now will be number 25, senior Erin Jenkins. Erin's 0 for 1 on the day, as she grounded out to the pitcher, her last plate appearance. As time is called, something's found out in the outfield. The umpire retrieves it, gets to Coach Burrell. Not sure what it is, but anyway, time has been called, as I think we're ready now. So Cabe on second, no outs, as Jenkins steps into the box. And here comes the pitch from Swain. And that will be strike 1. So Grace gets a good break there towards third, as I can imagine. In a second, we'll probably see her standing on third. So no balls, 1 strike now to one of our slap hitters, Erin Jenkins. As Schwalm gets the signs, brings the pitch, and that is fouled back behind for strike number 2. So no balls, 2 strikes now to senior Erin Jenkins. So we are in the bottom half of the third inning in a 7-2 contest. Lady Devils looking to scratch back into this thing. So the 0-2 pitch now to Jenkins. And it will be slapped down, and it will be a base hit into center field. It's a great job of hitting there in an 0-2 count by senior Erin Jenkins, as she will be safe at first on a single. And that will move Cabe over to third. So the Lady Devils do have runners at the corners now. Jenkins on first, Cabe at third. Up to bat now, number 21, Briar Buchanan. As Briar, one of our hottest hitters on the year, had a .538 average coming into today. Her first plate appearance, she's 0 for 1 on the day. She grounded out to the second baseman. So Briar calls time. She goes down to meet with Coach Burrell. As over on the baseball field now, it is still a 3-0 contest. They are in the bottom half of the 4th inning. So both teams doing a little playing catch-up right now. So Buchanan's up now. She's ready to roll. Steps into the batter's box. So here comes the pitch from Schwalm. Low and inside. Erin Jenkins breaks. Oh, no, they throw back to the pitcher. They've got Grace in a rundown situation. The catcher has it. She's looking her back to third. Reaches out to tag her, and she will be out. So that will be the first out of the inning, and that's a huge play by the Lady Bulldogs of Murphy as Jenkins broke to second. The catcher come up. Looked like she was going to throw all the way down. Instead, threw straight back to the pitcher, and they got Grace Cabe in a rundown situation over there, and unfortunately she is out. So that was a great play by Murphy. So Jenkins will be over at second base now, as that was a strike. So Buchanan has no balls and 1 strike. So Buchanan shows bunt. I bet she'll bring the bat back, as she does. And she drives one into the outfield. That's going to be a gapper in between the center fielder and right fielder. Jenkins will score. Buchanan will break for second, and she's going to have a stand-up double. So these Lady Devil bats have really come alive now. As Briar Buchanan ripped one out into right center field up against the fence. And that will keep her average skyrocketing, so good job by Briar. Up to the plate now will be number 15, Kenzie Eagleman. Kenzie ripped a double, her first plate appearance. So these Lady Devils can scream that softball when they make contact with it. So here comes the pitch, and it will be fouled up. Is it going to stay in play? It does. Third baseman breaks in and makes the play. So huge out there for Murphy to keep Eagleman off the base paths. So that will be the second out of the inning, as the Lady Devils have done a fantastic job hitting the softball. But Grace Cave got caught up in a rundown situation at third. That would have been another run. And then a big out there to keep Eagleman off. So up now, number 7, Alicia Green. Alicia 1 for 1 today with a hard hit single. As again, Schwalm takes forever, so Green calls for time. As we do have Buchanan on second. As Swain inching closer now. That ball will be fouled off. Nope, straight towards the pitcher, makes the play. Over to first for the out. So kind of a weird vantage point we've got here. That ball looked like it was fouled off behind the plate, but nevertheless, pitcher comes over and makes the play, and that will be the third out of the inning. So after 3 full innings of play, it is Murphy 7, Swain 3. As we are back now in the top half of the 4th inning, as Reagan Ennis up to bat now for the Lady Bulldogs. She's 1 for 2 on the day. First pitch swung and fouled off behind. So she is single, scored a run, and last time she reached on an error by the shortstop. So senior Taylor Day has come in and absolutely shut this Bulldog offense down, as she has faced 5 batters, retired 5 outs, so looking to keep that going here. Here comes the pitch from Taylor. Changeup swung on and fouled off over behind third base. So that will be no balls and 2 strikes. As if anyone is kind enough out there in radio land, internet land that's listening, Joe and I'd like a hot chocolate. It's getting cold up here under this shed. Yeah, and Megan and Steve over here behind us. They're doing the baseball game. So that will be ball 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Enos. As we're moving right along here, we are on the top of the 4th. So Day toes the rubber. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and miss for strike 3. So great job by Taylor Day, as that is her 3rd strikeout of these Lady Bulldog batters, as Taylor pitched a lot of innings yesterday over at Hayesville. But she's come on today and looking strong so far. So up to the plate now for Murphy will be number 14 catcher Mackenzie Seabolt, as she scored 2 runs on the day as she doubled and reached on a fielder's choice. First pitch outside for ball number 1. So Seabolt, one of 2 Bulldog batters to score 2 runs on the day. So looking to keep her off the base paths for the first time. So here comes the 1-0 pitch. A little low and inside for ball 2. So Gabby Jones comes in, gives those magic words of encouragement again. Have a little laugh. Last time it worked, so hey, let's do it again. So Taylor laughs a little bit, steps back in, gets the signs. And here comes the 2-0 pitch. And it will be skied up as Alyssa Smith gives chase over against the dugout. Ball comes back in and is unable to make the play. So that will be a foul ball, strike 1, as that ball was skied up over near the first base line. And our vantage point, we had a good look at it. It went up and kind of curved back in on Smith. So tough play there. So 2 balls, 1 strike now to Seabolt. So Day gets the signs, brings the pitch. Swung on a little liner out to second base. Eagleman comes in, throws over to first, makes the play. So 2 outs there by our Lady Devils, as that will go down as a 4-3. So good job by squeezing the plate there by Day, as Seabolt caught it off the inside half of her bat. Just a little dribbler out towards second base. And that will be 2 outs. So up now will be pitcher number 24, J.C. Schwam. She's 1 for 1 on the day. Reached on a single, had an RBI and a fielder's choice, scored 2 runs. Ball hit towards Cave at shortstop, comes up, makes the play. So another 1-2-3 inning by our Lady Devils, as after that, it will still remain 7-3. And welcome back, sports fans. We are in the bottom half of the 4th inning now in a 7-3 contest, as Taylor Day has come in and shut this Lady Bulldog offense down, as our Swain offense has been scratching and clawing to get back in this thing, so looking for big things here this inning. Number 9, Gabby Jones leads us off. She reached safely her first plate appearance on an error. Swung on, hit down toward the pitcher again. Pitcher breaks in, makes the throw to first, and this time they will make the play, so that will be the first out of the inning, as Jones did the same thing last time, but the pitcher threw one wild down towards the first baseman. But this time she's able to make up for that and get the first out of the inning. So up now for the Lady Devils will be number 11, Callum Brown. Callum 0 for 1 today. She flied out deep to the center fielder, her first plate appearance, but had an RBI. So Callum looking to get things started here for this Lady Devil offense. She squares to bunt, going to bring it back. And swung on and skied over towards the right fielder. She goes over under it and makes the play in foul territory. So 1 pitch, 1 out to Brown. So 2 outs now for the Lady Devils. So stepping in now will be number 14, first baseman, Alyssa Smith. Alyssa reached safely her first plate appearance on a fielder's choice. So Swain has done a good job here getting the first two batters retired for our Lady Devils. So she checks her armband for the pitch the coach wants. And here it comes. Swung on and hit hard. Back toward the shortstop. Scoops it. Throws to first. And it will be a 1-2-3 inning there for our Lady Devils. So after 4 full innings of play, it will be Murphy 7, Swain 3. So welcome back, sports fans. We're on the top half of the 5th inning now, as the big hitter for the Bulldogs is up to the plate now. Center fielder Kennedy Colbert-Carr. She skied a home run her last plate appearance over the center field fence. But she has yet to face Taylor Day, who throws a first ball strike. As good live fastball there by Taylor to Colbert-Carr. So here comes the pitch. Swung on and fouled off for strike 2. So Taylor does a good job working way ahead in the count now. She has a lot of things she can do here. No balls, 2 strikes. As Colbert-Carr is 1 for 2 on the day. She grounded out to the pitcher her first plate appearance, and then, like I said, that home run. So looking to keep her off the base paths, as Day has retired 8 straight batters for the Lady Devils. Little high and outside for ball 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Colbert-Carr. So Taylor gets the signs from Callan, toes the rubber. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So great job of pitching there by Taylor, and that will be her 4th strikeout in 9 batters. So Coach Burrell has to be very pleased with the job Taylor's come on and done here after pitching a slew of innings yesterday. But like we said earlier, that's what seniors are supposed to do. So as the baseball game over here beside us, a lot of action has gotten really out of hand quick, so not much to report there. And strike 1 there to Haley Bowman as she fouls the first pitch off behind the plate. So no balls, 1 strikes now to Bowman, as there is 1 out. As Taylor Day doing a masterful job pitching for our Lady Devils. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit out into right field. Here comes Green, and it will fall right in front of her. So that will be Murphy's first hit of the day off of Taylor Day. As Bowman just kind of looped 1 out into right field. Green was unable to get to it. So Bowman will be safe at first. Up to the plate now for Murphy be number 30, Sydney Addison. Addison 0 for 1 on the day. She's walked once and struck out. So nobody hurt here, looking to keep Murphy off the board. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and fouled off over towards the third base dugout. So strike one there to Addison. So Addison steps back in. Taylor ready to bring the pitch. So here comes the pitch. Swung and fouled off over to third base again. So again, kind of been the story so far of Taylor's pitching. She's getting way ahead in the count here to Sydney Addison. No balls, 2 strikes. A lot of things she can do here. Let's see what pitch she decides to bring. And here it comes. Swung on and fouled off behind the plate. So good job there by Addison. She, if you remember from the first inning, she got behind earlier, fouled off a bunch of pitches just like she's doing now and drew a walk. But Taylor has been very, very consistent being around the plate. So I really don't think it'll be a walk here. So no balls, 2 strikes now to Addison. A little low and outside. Good job by Brown. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Sydney Addison. So here comes the pitch from Day. A little high and outside for ball 2. So Addison doing a very good job making Taylor work as the good luck charm Gabby Jones comes over again. So far it's worked. Let's see if it works again. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit hard down towards Gabby. She throws to second, 1 out. And they're unable to turn the double play, but good play there by Gabby Jones. As they get out number 2 as Bowman was breaking for second. So 2 outs now. As Addison safe at first. Up to the plate now for Murphy will be number 15, Lexi Allison. She's 0 for 1 on the day. She walked once and struck out her last plate appearance. Swung on and hit hard. It will be up the middle for a hit. As here comes Briar Buchanan. She gets the ball quickly back in. So good hit there by Lexi Allison. As she will be safe at first, and Addison will move over to second. So 2 down, looking for that 3rd out to get ourselves out of this inning before anything big can happen. Up to the plate now will be number 10, Tasha LaQuire. As she is 0 for 1 on the day, reached safely on a fielder's choice, but then last plate appearance flew out deep out of center field. So the pitch from Taylor is that will be a ball inside. So 1 ball, no strikes now to Tasha LaQuire. So Day gets the signs. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and hit over towards the first base line. Alyssa Smith comes over and makes the play. So that will be a big 3rd out of the inning there as Murphy was able to get a couple runners on, but we work ourselves out of that damage. So after 5.5 innings of play, it will be Murphy 7, Swain 3. All right, sports fans, we are back now. We are in the bottom half of the 5th inning now, as it's still a 7-3 game. Up to the plate now for Swain will be number 4, Ayanna West. Ayanna grounded out to the shortstop her first plate appearance. Been a very hot hitter of late, so looking to get this Bottom of the fifth inning started off on a big note. Here comes the first pitch from Swain. Swain on a slap down toward the third baseman. She breaks in, makes the play, throws to first, and hangs on for the out, as that took forever for him to make that call, as Iona West is very fast. And she made that play close, but nonetheless it is an out. Yes, Coach Burrell unhappy with that call. Looks like the first baseman could have possibly been off the bag, but nonetheless he calls her out, so that's what we have to go with. So up now will be number 23, Grace Cabe, as Grace is 1 for 2 on the day. Had a huge double there that last inning, then was able to get picked off there on third base in a rundown situation. So Grace looking to put the ball in play again somewhere and get this thing started, as that will be a strike one. So Cabe squared the bunt, brings it back, and took that first pitch as strike one. So here comes the second pitch, and that will be a little low for ball one. So 1 ball, 1 strike now to Grace Cabe. So Schwam finally toes the rubber. Here comes the pitch to Cabe. Swung on, hit hard again out into left field. As the left fielder makes it, she's not going to make the play, as her and the center fielder run into each other. So that will be another hit for Cabe. So good job of hitting there by Grace Cabe, as she puts one in the left center field. And she will be safely aboard at first base. There is 1 out. Up to the plate now, number 25, Erin Jenkins. Erin 1 for 2 on the day, as she singled her last plate appearance and scored a run. So the senior looking to keep things going here and good and alive for our Lady Devils. So Cabe on first, 1 out. Here comes the first pitch to Erin Jenkins. Oh, no, Cabe falls down on first, and it's going to be out. Oh, no. So Grace had broke towards second base, fell down as she was stopping to make her break back for first, and the Murphy catcher threw down to first, and they put the tag on Grace, and it appears she may be out. As Coach Burrell is arguing the call there with the home plate umpire, trying to get some help to see if that's the case. And if so, that's going to be a big out. So the two guys are talking about it, and not sure if anything's going to happen here. And it's going to stand, so Grace will be out. So a huge play there by Murphy, as Grace stumbled, breaking back to first base, and she will be out. So that will be 2 outs so far. So Erin Jenkins will step back in. 1 ball, no strikes. So here comes the pitch from Schwam. It'll be slapped down towards the third base line. Third baseman comes on, boots it, won't make it, and Erin will be safe at first. So that's exactly what Erin's been taught to do. She's good at that, and she will be safe at first. So there are 2 outs. Stepping to the plate now will be number 21, Briar Buchanan. Briar 1 for 2 on the day. Had a huge double there that last inning, and she grounded out to the second baseman. So looking to get a 2-out rally started. Jenkins on first, 2 outs. Buchanan at the plate. And here comes the first pitch. Swung on, hit hard out into right field, as Jenkins will be safe at second. So good job hitting there by Briar, as she lined a shot out into right field. Jenkins broke hard into second base. She's going to be safe. So good job of 2-out hitting there, as Briar safe at first, Erin on second, and there is 2 outs. Kenzie Eagleman will step to the plate now. She's 1 for 2 on the day. Huge double, scored a run, and then she popped out to the second baseman her last plate appearance. So Kenzie looking to drive the ball somewhere and get a couple runs across the plate for our Lady Devils. Here comes the pitch to Eagleman, and it will be low for ball 1. So good eye by Kenzie. Still a 7-3 game. So Schwam gets the pitch, signs. Here comes the pitch. Eagleman's able to lay off for ball number 2. So works herself way ahead in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. So 2 balls, no strikes, and 2 outs, and 2 runners on. A lot of 2s. Here comes the pitch from Schwam to Eagleman. And it is high. Gets by the catcher. Jenkins will break for third, and Buchanan for second. They'll both stand up and be safe. Actually, that was ball 4. So bases will be loaded. So a huge spot here for number 7, Alicia Green. Alicia 1 for 2 today. She has a single, scored a run, grounded out to the pitcher her last plate appearance. So a big spot here for a senior. 2 outs, bases loaded, 7-3 as she calls time. As Schwam very characteristically again takes a long time to bring the pitch. But she's on the rubber, looks like she's ready. Green steps in, here comes the pitch. And that is a strike. Wow. So no balls, 1 strike now to Green. So Green steps in, ready forever. Here comes the pitch from Swan. Swung on, hit hard back towards second base. Second baseman comes over, throws to first, and she will make that play. So with the bases loaded, the Lady Bulldogs are able to keep the damage at a very minimum, so that will be 3 outs. So after 5 full innings of play, it is still Murphy 7, Swain 3. All right, guys, we are back now in the top of the 6th inning in a 7-3 game. Up for Murphy will be the leadoff batter, number 6, Cassie Coker, as Cassie is 1 for 3 on the day. Here comes the first pitch from Taylor. And that is, I guess, a ball. So ball 1, Coker is singled and grounded out twice. So Taylor Day has come on and do a masterful job pitching here for our Lady Devils, as Murphy's not scored a run since she's been in. And that ball will be lined and it will be foul. So 1 ball, 1 strike now to Cassie Coker. So our Lady Devils hanging around, have a couple more shots here to try to get back in this thing and pull this thing out here at Swain County High School today. So 1 ball, 1 strike now to Coker. Here comes the pitch from Taylor. And that will be strike 2. So good job painting the outside part of the plate there by Taylor. As Taylor does a good job hitting her spots. She is a spot pitcher. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, a hit hard. It will be out in the left field, and it will be a hit. So Jenkins comes in, gets the ball back in to Kinsey, as Coker does a good job getting on base there with a leadoff single. So Coker on first now. Up to bat, number 5, Reagan Ennis. Reagan is 1 for 3 on the day, singled, scored a run, and struck out and grounded out. So first pitch to Ennis, squares around a bunt, raised a beautiful bunt down the third base line, but it is going to be foul. So that will go down as a strike. So Coker will retreat back to first base, and Ennis will step back in with an 0-1 count. And here comes the pitch from Taylor. Swung on and grounded, and it will be also a foul ball. So a lot of foul balls down that third base dugout side today over into the Swain home side. As Taylor works herself way ahead in the count now. No balls, 2 strikes. As Enos asks for time, steps back in. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Day. Oh, and it hits her right on the leg. So that will put Enos down at first base. And that will move Coker on over to second base. So they're checking to make sure Enos is okay. She gives Coach the thumbs up. So stepping to the plate now will be number 14, Mackenzie Seabolt. She scored 2 runs, doubled, grounded out, reached on a fielder's choice. So Murphy does have runners at first and second. Now no outs. Swung on and hit hard back to the pitcher. She throws over to first, gets the lead runner. And Murphy will get the runners on over to second and third. So a hard hit shot back to Day, who immediately looked to first, threw over. And that will be 1 out. So up now for Murphy will be number 24 pitcher J.C. Schwam, as she is 1 for 3 on the day, scored 2 runs, singled, reached on a fielder's choice, and grounded out to shortstop. So the first pitch to Schwam, swung and missed for strike 1. So once again, Taylor doing a good job getting ahead of the hitters on the count. As the cleanup batter, Schwam, steps back into the plate. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. And that should be 2 of them. Strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes now to Schwam. 0-2 pitch is high and inside for ball 1. So Taylor trying to waste a pitch there, trying to get Schwam to swing at something out of the strike zone to no avail. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Here comes the pitch. And a little low and inside for ball 2. So Taylor takes just a little extra time here, thinks about it. 2 balls, 2 strikes, runners on second and third. And 1 out. And that ball will be popped up down the right field line. It will be fouled just out of play as Green raced in to try to make a play. Couldn't get there in time. So Schwam will retreat back, and she will step to the plate with 2 balls and 2 strikes. So here we go. Schwam steps back in. Here comes a pitch from Taylor. And that's 3 of them as she rings her up. So big pitch there by senior Taylor Day. So that will be 2 outs now. Up now for Murphy, number 20, Kennedy Colbert Carr, 1 for 3 on the day with a huge home run. Struck out her last attempt at facing Taylor. So this will be big here to get this 3rd out and no runs across the plate. So everybody readies themselves. Colbert Carr steps in. Here comes the pitch from Taylor. Swung and missed for strike 1. So far it looks like Taylor has Colbert Carr's number. 2 more of those swinging strikes and we'll get out of Dodge here. So here comes the 0-1 pitch from Taylor. It's hit hard, but it will be foul down that left field line. So Grace retreats, gets the ball. And we'll get it back to Taylor. So Taylor don't like that ball. She's going to bring it back into the umpire, switch him out. So Colbert Carr down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. So everybody getting themselves ready. Colbert Carr gets the signs from Coach Nelson down at third. Taylor looks at Coach Burrell, gets the signs. And here comes the pitch. And that's a ball just a little low and outside. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Looking for that 3rd strike here to get ourselves out of this inning. Murphy Lady Bulldogs have runners on second and third. There are 2 outs and 2 strikes. And she lays off of it. So 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Colbert Carr. So Taylor gets the signs. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And it will be hit out into right field. It's going to be foul. Left field. Excuse me. I'm thinking about my right hand over there. Sorry, guys. It's getting cold. My hand's shivering. I'm having a hard time writing. My brain froze on me. Nonetheless, it's still 2 balls, 2 strikes now on Colbert Carr. Here comes the pitch from Taylor. And that's high and inside for ball 3. So Colbert Carr works the count to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners on second and third. Taylor looks to bear down here and get this 3rd strike. Here comes the pitch. And it is just low and outside. So that will be ball 4. So nice job of patience and hitting there by Colbert Carr. She loads the bases now for the Lady Bulldogs. Up to the plate now will be number 7, left fielder Haley Bowman, as she singled off Day last time. She's also grounded out and reached on a fielder's choice. So bases loaded, 2 outs in a 7-3 game. This is huge that we get out of this inning. That will be fouled off behind the catcher for strike 1. So this may be a turning point in this game right here if our Lady Devils want to have a good shot with 2 bats left. So looking to get an out anywhere we can here, any base. So Taylor's going to dig deep here. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. And it's high and inside for ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike now to Haley Bowman. Swing and miss for strike 2. So good pitch there by Taylor Day, as she brought the heater there by Bowman. Speaking of heaters, I need one up here. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Taylor. And it's going to be ripped into center field. That's going to be a huge hit. It's in the gap. Briar Buchanan gives chase. 1 run's going to score. 2 runs are going to score. And that's going to be a huge hit, folks, as that is a double. As Bowman moves over to second, Colbert Carr is going to move to third, and the Lady Bulldogs have a huge 2-out hit right there to score 2 more runs. So that's going to increase the lead now to 9-3. Number 30, Addison at the plate now. Runners on second and third. Here comes the pitch. And that's going to be up to the second baseman. Eagleman comes in, dives, and makes the play. So that will be the 3rd out, but not before the Lady Bulldogs can put 2 more huge runs across the plate. So after 6.5 innings of play, it will be Murphy 9, Swain 3. All right, guys, we are in the bottom half of the 6th inning now as our Lady Devils have 2 more cracks to get back in this thing, as Murphy put a huge 2-out hit across their last inning to run this score to 9-3. As Jones steps in, takes high for ball number 1. Senior Gabby Jones on the day. reached on an error and then grounded out to the pitcher her last plate appearance. So this pitcher, Swain from Murphy, doing a pretty good job thus far on the day. Here comes the pitch, and that's way high and outside for ball number 2. So 2 balls and no strikes now to Gabby Jones. As our Lady Devils looking to have some kind of rally here to get this thing going here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. So Schwam steps in. Here comes the pitch. And that will be strike for strike 1. So good 2-0 pitch there by Schwam. So 2 balls and 1 strike. And that ball will be fouled off behind the plate for strike 2. So good cut at it there by number 9, Gabby Jones. But to no avail. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Jones. And here comes the pitch. Swung on a hit, and it will be foul over on the third base bank over there. So Jones way ahead of the ball there. Good contact. But it will be 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Jones. So Schwam gets the signs. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swung on a hit high out in the left field. She gives chase and will make the play. So good play there by the Murphy left fielder. And that will be the first out of the inning. As Jones gave it a pretty good ride out in the left field, but Murphy's left fielder there come on and make the play, Haley Bowman. So 1 out now. So stepping in now for our Lady Devils will be number 11 catcher Callum Brown, as Callum has flew out 2 times into the outfield, so doing a good job getting the bat on the ball. Looking to get one in play this time. So here comes the pitch, and that will be low and inside for ball 1. So 1 ball and no strikes. Here comes the pitch. And that's straight down the pipe for strike 1. So Schwam works the count to 1-1 to Brown. Here comes the pitch. And that's high and outside for ball 2. So good eye there by Callum. So here comes the pitch from Schwam. Swung on a hit hard down. It's by the third baseman in the left field. Great job of hitting there by senior number 11, Callum Brown. So a hard hit ball there out in the left field by Callum. Now we're going to have a courtesy runner for Swain. And Joe, can you zero in on that? Is that number 5? Number 5, Alyssa Heyman will come on to run for Brown. So to the plate now will be number 14, first baseman Alyssa Smith. As Smith had a fielder's choice today and grounded out to the shortstop her last plate appearance. So 1 out, runner on first. Here comes the pitch to Smith. Throw back to first. And Heyman will be back safely. So that was a strike. So 0-1 now to Smith. Heyman on first, 1 out. So Schwam steps back in. Here comes the pitch. Swing and miss for strike 2. So no balls and 2 strikes now to Alyssa Smith. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and fouled, and it will be off the fence. So Smith stays alive. So J.C. Swam's still doing the pitching for the Lady Bulldogs. She's done a fine job today on the mound so far. Hopefully we can change that. So Smith steps back in, no balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. That's the inside snap, throw the first. Heyman will be back safely. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Smith. 1 out. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning. So running out of chances. Got to get something going here. Here comes the pitch. Now it will be flied off in the infield to the second baseman. She makes the play. Heyman retreats to first. So that will be out number 2. So up now for your Lady Devils will be number 4, Ayana West. As Ayana's grounded out twice today. The last time with a little bit of, we thought she was safe possibly. So a little bit of controversy there, but nonetheless she was out. So looking to get on the base paths. Heyman has good speed. And get back to the top of this order. And that ball is slapped down towards shortstop. She dives, makes a play, but she's not going to throw out West. So good job of slap hitting there by number 4, Ayana West. So she'll move Heyman over to second, and that's a big 2-out hit there. So good speed on the base paths right now for Grace Cabe, who's been lightning hot. But she's been picked off the bases the last 2 times, but she has doubled and singled. So Grace looking to atone for that right here. And she's hit the ball hard her last 2 times. So leadoff hitter Grace Cabe. So here comes the pitch from Swain. It will be low and inside for ball 1. So looking to have a big-time 2-out rally here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So 1 ball, no strikes. And that will be high and away. So Cabe way ahead in the count now. 2 balls and no strikes. As the Lady Devils do have runners on first and second. There are 2 outs. So Schwalm takes her time, gets the signs, steps in. Here comes the pitch, and that's way high. So ball 3. Not a lot of walks by any pitchers today. So 3 balls, no strikes to Cabe. And she lines straight back to the pitcher. And that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. So Grace Cabe way ahead in the count, 3-0. Hits a line shot back to the pitcher, so that will be the 3rd out. So after 6 full innings of play, Lady Bulldogs of Murphy 9, Swain 3. All right, sports fans, so we are in the last inning here, the top of the 7th. It's do or die time for our Lady Devils, down 9-3. At the plate, number 15, Lexi Allison, fouls the first pitch off for strike 1. As Taylor Day has come on to do a great job pitching here for our Lady Devils. Had it to 2 outs there that last inning, gave up a big double for a couple extra runs for Murphy. But nonetheless, looking to shut things down here in the top of the 7th. That ball will be grounded down toward the second baseman, Eagleman, over to Smith, and now will be out number 1. So 4-3 there. Good play by the freshman Eagleman to get over and make the play. So up now for the Lady Bulldogs, number 10 shortstop Tasha LaQuire. As she's popped out to the first baseman, flew out to center field, and reached on a fielder's choice today. First pitch is going to be skied into the outfield. Buchanan in the center field gets under it, and she gloves it and makes out number 2. So good job by Breyer there, finding the ball, camping out under it, and making the second out of the inning. So good job so far by Taylor Day. 3 pitches this inning and 2 outs. So up now will be leadoff batter number 6, Cassie Coker. Cassie scored 2 runs on the day, singled twice, grounded out once, and popped up to the first baseman. So 2 for 4 on the day with a couple runs. That ball is inside for ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes now to Coker. As there are 2 outs here, we are in the top of the 7th inning, so last shot at things here for Swain. Swung on a hit down third base, but it will be foul for strike number 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike now to Coker. So we get the ball back in play now. The umpire signals ready to play. Taylor gets the signs. Here comes the pitch. Hit hard off Gabby Jones' glove. Grace Cabe dives for it, stops it. But nonetheless, Coker will be safe again. So this leadoff batter here, Cassie Coker, has done a masterful job of hitting today for the Lady Bulldogs. Up now will be number 5, third baseman Reagan Ennis. As Reagan has singled, been hit by a pitch, scored 2 runs, struck out, and reached on an error. So busy day for Reagan Ennis. So 2 outs now, runner on first base. Swung and fouled off for strike 1. So Taylor ahead in the count. 1 strike, no balls to Enos. So here comes the pitch from Taylor. That will be fouled off as Coker was racing towards second base. Not sure if that was a hit and run attempt or if we were just trying to straight out steal, but nonetheless, it's 2 strikes now. As no balls, 2 strikes to Reagan Ennis. That's high. Throw down to second. Cabe over, makes the tag, and that will be the 3rd out of the inning. So good play there by senior Callum Brown as she throws out Coker on the attempted steal. So our Lady Devils will come back with 1 more shot at this thing. Stay tuned. And welcome back, folks. We are in the bottom of the 7th inning here. Do or die time. Lady Devils down 9-3. Senior Aaron Jenkins to the plate. As J.C. Swain still on the mound for the Lady Bulldogs. Here comes the pitch, and it is slapped down right back to the pitcher. Swain makes the play, throws to first, and that will be out number 1. So that will go down as a 1-3 in the books as Jenkins tried to slap it down towards third, got it right at the pitcher's mound. Swain made a good play. So 1 down now. The Lady Bulldogs 2 outs away from a big conference win here at Swain County. Up now, center fielder number 21, Briar Buchanan. Briar had a hot bat here. She's doubled once, singled, and grounded out. So looking to keep things going here is Briar Buchanan. Here comes the pitch from Swain. Changeup lined out into left field, but it will be foul off the tarp. So a good change up there from Swain. Briar got a good piece of the bat on the ball, but was way ahead. So no balls and 1 strike now to number 21, Briar Buchanan. As Briar asks for time, steps in the box, digs in, gets ready. Here comes the pitch from Swain. It's hit hard towards second baseman. She gets the glove down, makes the play, and that will be out number 2. So a great play by the Lady Bulldogs second baseman there. She was able to range over, get her glove on the ball in the hole there and make the out. So out number 2. So our Lady Devils down to our final out here in a 9-3 contest. Freshman Kenzie Eagleman will step to the plate. Kenzie's walked, doubled, and reached on a fielder's choice. So here comes the pitch. And it's hit hard, and it will be foul down the third base line. So no balls and 1 strike. So our Lady Devils down to our last 2 strikes here. Last out. It is a 9-3 game. So Eagleman asks for time, digs in the box, readies the bat. Here comes the pitch. Changeup hit hard down the third base line. It is going to be a fair ball as Eagleman races to first, rounds first, and will retreat back. So a good job of 2-out hitting there by freshman Kenzie Eagleman as she reaches safely on the single. Hard hit shot down the third base line. As Coach Burrell is going to ask for time, and I'm sure we're going to see maybe a courtesy runner here. As number 10, that will be Ashton Yaunts. Sophomore will come to run for Kenzie Eagleman. So the Lady Devils keep this thing alive here with 2 outs. Up to the plate now will be number 7, right fielder Alicia Green. As Alicia is 1 for 3 today. She singled, scored a run, grounded out twice. So a senior looking to keep this thing alive here for our Lady Devils. So Yaunts will be on first to run. Umpire gets everything squared away in his little notebook. So Green steps in. And let's see if we can keep this thing going here. Here comes the pitch. Way high and away. Snap throw to first as Yaunts will retreat back safely. So 1 ball, no strikes. So Schwam steps back in. Here comes the pitch to Green. Oh, Yaunts breaks for second. Throw down. She's going to be safe. So good aggressive base running there as Yaunts got a good jump on the pitch, was able to steal second base. So she will stand up there with 2 outs. And that was a strike. So, or a ball, excuse me. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Alicia Green. So Schwam steps in, not really worried about the runner. Here comes the pitch. Swung on a hit hard towards the shortstop. She makes the play, throws first. And that will be the 3rd out. So after 7 complete innings of play here, that will be your ball game as Murphy has a big couple of innings to work this lead up. And they're able to maintain and get a couple of late runs. So your final score from Swain County High School today will be the Lady Bulldogs of Murphy 9, your Swain Lady Devils 3.